right, Shalom Yasharala.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honor to all the apostles and the Bishop Great Millstone, who still well. Peace, bless the elect, you know, the house of David, beginning with the 144,000. All right, we buzzing Great Millstone, Mississippi. All right, I'm Brother Kazaki Alam, joined with the brother.
Hey, Yashima.
All right, and just getting to the topic of the Renaissance of Israel. And you got it, bro.
Yeah, so we're gonna get straight to it. All right, that term Renaissance, was a term associated, all right, to the rebirth, okay, of Esau's rulership in the earth. Okay, when you go into the Renaissance, you think, certain painters, all right, you think of certain, cultures and medicines and philosophies being rebirthed in the earth. All right, and it was ultimately the pagan Roman Empire, which was ran by Esau Edom. Now, what we're going to go through is how the birth of Jacob and Esau represented the birth, all right, of empires that were coming to the earth. Okay, the rise of one and the fall of another, and the rising again of another, man. So you can say something, bro?
Nah, I want to get scripture for you.
Yeah. We'll get straight to it. So we'll get straight, to the point. Dealing with the birth of Jacob and Esau and understanding these things, man.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 21.
Yep.
And Isaac entreated Yahweh for his wife because she was barren, and Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
Okay, it means she was with seed. Okay, the Lord blessed her to bear seed, by Isaac. Go ahead.
And the sons struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
Yeah, so the children, all right, that she was pregnant with, they struggled. All right, they was actually fighting. These are children fighting in the womb. All right, and it was symbolic of the power struggle between these two nations, how it would play out in the earth, man. Okay, so this whole process, the Lord does things, for us to, have an analogy. Because, even we explain things now, we use analogies where the Lord has things play out, all right, but it'd be a bigger picture at play. It'd be a bigger play, at hand. Okay, so when we go into this birth and analyze it, this is what we're witnessing play out in the earth today, the struggle between Jacob and Esau, man. Go ahead.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
So these 2 children, these 2 sons represent 2 nations. Okay? So those 2 sons struggling against one another represents 2 nations struggling against one another. All right? The nation of Israel, all right, which consists of the 12 tribes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? And then you have the nation of Esau, Edom, so-called Edomite, so-called white people. Okay? They call themselves Caucasians. All right? And what with even with Thanksgiving, that's them commemorating, all right, victory over the nation of Israel.
Yep.
Okay, that feast represents a struggle between those 2 nations, man. Okay? But it says the one shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. So this is the end of the movie, okay, being told to Rebekah. Okay? And we're at that part of the movie, okay, where the elder is getting ready to serve the younger. Esau's getting ready to serve Jacob. Go ahead.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Go ahead.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Mm-hmm.
And the first came out red all over, like an hairy garment, and they call his name Esau.
Yeah, Esau, Ashashua, wasted away his heat. Okay? And then that's also omen, all right, for how this man will rule the earth, man. Okay, his rulership, everything is wasting away. All right? Go ahead.
And after that came his brother out,
Yep.
And his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare him.
Yeah, so Esau came out first. His birth was first. Okay? And that's symbolic of, well, the time period we in now, which is the Renaissance, man. Okay? We're going to go into that word Renaissance. I got to pull it up. Okay? But it shows, okay, that this devil, all right, because you go into the blessings, Jacob and Esau both got what? The fatness of the earth, dew of heaven. Okay? Well, Esau, he would have that blessing first. All right? His kingdom will be birthed first. Okay? And then you will have Jacob's blessing, okay, of the dew of heaven. You know, will be birthed right after him. That's why Jacob had the heel of Esau, because your foot represents the end of a man. Okay? Was there Jacob holding Esau's foot represents, all right, a transition of power. Okay? At the end of Esau's rulership, Jacob will come into power, man. All right, and this time it's going to be once and for all. There's going to be no more back and forth, all right, struggling between Jacob and Esau. The elder is going to serve the younger, and then the elder is going to be obliterated out the earth, man. You know? You got it, bro.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 20.
Yep.
By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come.
Yeah, and that was this time. Because the Roman Empire, the pagan Roman Empire, was there. That was Esau's peak of power, but they never had complete control of the entire earth. Okay, they had control of a region. All right, but at this time during his Renaissance, okay, which you can get that in Malachi 1. All right, but this time during this man's Renaissance, he has been able to have complete control over the entire earth, and him getting ready to try to put this C-hip in people. Is him going to extend his global, all right, empire, man. You know?
1 and 4 is when we start off a little bit.
We started 1, yep. Because that's why when you go into the Bible, all throughout the Bible is centered around these two men, Jacob and Esau, which represent the two nations we discussed, man. Go ahead.
Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi.
Yep.
I have loved you, saith the Heavenly Father. Yea, ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So this is what you would, what scholars or historians would consider the Dark Ages. All right, when Edom was removed from power, you had the fall of the Western Roman Empire. Okay, you had Jake, you know, be in all these positions of authority in Rome and Europe. Okay, you had a different Christian monarchs in England. You know, them were all Jakes, man. Esau was removed from power. You know, even the czars in Russia. Okay, all them were Jakes, man. And Esau was removed from power. Okay, but guess what? It will be a rebirth, which we're going to go into, man. I'm gonna pull that word up after we read it. But yeah, you got it, bro.
Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return.
Yep.
And build the desolate places.
Yep.
Thus saith Yahweh of hosts.
Yep.
They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh have indignation forever.
Yeah, so Esau was desolate.
So I'm about to cut that off. I'm about to cut the stove.
Okay, come on. Yeah, so Esau was desolate. Going back to Revelation 20:1, all right, and this represents, all right, the 1,000 years, okay, Esau was put, okay, in the prison. He wasn't put in the physical prison, but he was locked out, okay, from coming into power. He was sealed off from coming into power, man. You know, he was pretty much debased amongst the rest of the ruling nations of the earth at the time, man, which was Jacob. All right, yeah, Ishmaelite. They was, you know, because Jacob and Ishmael having the Islam and the Christian Jake, they was going there. That's where you got the Crusades. But Esau wasn't a major factor in the earth, man.
He was a nobody.
He was a nobody, man. Okay? But then the Lord allowed this man to come back into power in what they call the Renaissance, man, when the Ottoman Turks took down, the Byzantine Empire, all right, Constantinople in 1452. And then you had King Ferdinand of Aragon and Queen Isabella, of Spain, take down the Moors, man, 1492.
It's a spirit you mentioned that I was just watching the beloved Elder Pastor Hart this morning, and that subject, that's actually how I came to the truth, dealing with the subject of the northern tribes, in particular, what Cristobal Colon, who you call Christopher Columbus, basically how he came over to the Americas, and the beloved Pastor Hart, he was going into how the so-called indigenous peoples of North, Central, and South America and the islands, they spoke Hebrew. So when Columbus and his men came over here, they encountered these quote-unquote natives, but they knew who they were.
Mm-hmm.
You need to call themselves, wanting to civilize the Indians. Nah, our people civilized y'all, but you knew who we were. You know what I'm saying? The apostle, he went into the Lost Lunas, Decalogue Stone. With me and the beloved elder brother Banyamyan, we were blessed to go there. And it's a different feeling like being there. You seeing the Hebrew for yourself. But then the thing is, why does Edom want to hide this? Because they know who we are. Like you're going into, they don't want the rebirth to happen. Whatever we can do to stop them from coming back into power, that's what they want to do.
Yeah. Well, Herod, what was he trying to do? He put that decree out to destroy them Hebrew boys, man. And 2 and under, man, they did not want the revival of the ancient Israelite empire that dominated the earth under King David and King Solomon, man. But that's what's going to be rebirthed back in the earth, man. Because right now we're living in the rebirth of Rome. Okay, this is nothing but the earth is under the influence of the pagan Roman Empire, man, under this beast system. But now the earth is going to live under that rebirth of that ancient King David, King Solomon era, man.
Yeah, and you Israelites out there, especially Israelites that have offspring, you got little ones in this world, or let's say you have a familiar other. You got a woman, you don't want to stay here, man. Hey, we need to be showing the Lord, we need him to come get us. Here it is, every day that passes, things get progressively worse. And when it comes to the wicked, they're not even hiding things anymore, man. Like, they just wide open with it. Like the brother said, this being the rebirth of Rome, you see it, man.
Yep.
This is that second beast spoken of in the book of Revelation. Because scriptures say how his deadly wound was healed. We see it.
Yep. And
they're not hiding it. It just getting nasty, man. But I brought that subject up because, for those of y'all that got little ones, bro, like now, which Edom, he's been wanting to target the youth, but they really want to target the youth now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna see a lot more, a lot more nastiness being pushed into schools, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you got it, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the word Renaissance, and let's get that in Daniel 2, 34. Talking about how that mountain overtook the world.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Start there, jump around a little bit.
Come on.
So this that word Renaissance, all right. This is the Elam line. It says a great period of revival of classical based art and learning, all right, in the European that began in the 14th century. Now, it says from Old French Renaissance, literally rebirth, usually in a spiritual sense.
Ooh.
To be reborn, all right, to be born again, to rise again, to reappear, to be renewed, to be born. Okay? So Esau had his renaissance. The pagan Roman Empire was born again into the earth, man.
And now we see it dying.
Yep.
All over again. It's a decline. But see, this time it's gonna be destroyed by fire. And by the Lord himself. Which I'll get that for you.
Yeah.
You want me to start up, son? You want me to get to the point?
You get to the point.
All right. This is come on. Daniel chapter 2.
Now just to give us a synopsis, this is Daniel having a vision okay,
Or Nebuchadnezzar.
Nebuchadnezzar having a vision, and Daniel was interpreting the dream for him, okay, and he had the dream about this statue with the head of gold, all right, which represent the Assyrian Babylonian Empire, all right. Then you had the silver arms, which represented the Medo-Persian Empire, okay. Then you had the brass, all right, thighs, which represent the Greeks, okay. And then you had the iron legs, all right, representing the Roman Empire, all right. And then you had the feet, okay, and the 10 toes, which represent the revival of the Roman Empire under NATO, EU, and America, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now, and now we to a point to where, bro, like, because it's a spirit, you know, you just giving a brief synopsis, but basically, each kingdom got more inferior. That's why, you know, even dealing with the metals, it started off as a very precious metal, you know, then a semi-precious metal, and then it just, you know, went on down. But basically, you look today, even something as simple as fashion, you know, the brothers talking in the chat, you know, the different head brothers, like, you know, we all had a certain point, you know, we don't really care for the suit and tie look, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit tacky, you know, like, it's all played out. And Edom is just a damn slime ball, man. Like, you know, this is weird, but like, they think they got it going on. But now we at the basis of it now. Cause not the fact that we in like the feet.
Yep.
You know?
And the fact on there is the way that they build. Because like these houses that we got now, this is all cheap and flimsy, you know, material, man. But them ancient houses in the cities, you know, them ancient walls that was around that city, that was infrastructure. That's why some of the infrastructure still standing today. You know? But here it is, you can see, you know, abandoned houses, you can see them decaying, you know, in years' time. Like it's houses that used to be, you know, new when we was younger. You go by them same houses, they done decayed, man. But you go over there in the east, there are structures that are still standing to this day. They couldn't duplicate, you know, the Moorish architecture.
Yep.
Certain things, they can't even build on that level. You know, here it is, they got all this technology and convenience and heavy machinery, but they still can't build on that level of those ancient architectures, man.
And that's far out too, showing you in order for you know, a place to stand the test of time, you basically have to remake something based off of how Israel patterned it.
Yeah.
Because you know, going back to when me and Elder Bonnet went to Mexico, and the last time I went to Guatemala, basically I had found out when you look at a lot of those colonial houses, you know, one of the guys I was talking to, I had a little tour guide, but he had told me that basically those colonial houses are structured after the Moors. Yeah, it's actually structured after the Moorish Empire. But you think about the Spaniards, like that's who colonized, you know, the Americas. Mm-hmm. But they patterned like the things they began to build at first based off how we did it.
Yep.
Which makes sense, like you said, they conquered us.
Yep.
You know? But yeah, we get to the point where all right, this is the book of the prophet Daniel, chapter 2, verse 34. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces.
Yeah, and that stone cut out without hands is Yahweh Shai. All right, he's coming there, Father Cherry, you know, and it's cut out without hands because he's coming with a power that's not of this earth. Okay, that can't be duplicated in this earth. Okay, Esau can't harness that power that Yahweh Shai is coming with. It can't be made with the hands of men. It's gonna be, I will not meet thee as a man. And then it said, well, it smote the feet. Now, what did Jacob have his hand on? The heel of Esau.
The heel.
You see? So the Israelite Renaissance, all right, is tied into the destruction of America, the destruction of this beast system, man.
And you read the revised version of the Apocrypha, you read 2nd Esdras 6 and 7 down to 9. I want to say you read down to like 10 or 11, but it tells you the beginning of a man is his hand and the end of a man is his heel. Mm-hmm. You know, so like you said, we had the literal end of this man. The end. And that's a cut on Nate. How is he going to come back after that?
Yeah, it's over.
You know?
You got me, bro.
All right, verse 35. Then was the iron, I'll read 34 again.
Yeah,
Thou
okay.
sawest so that a stone was cut out without hands, like you say, outside of man's power,
Mm-hmm.
which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay.
Yep.
So this is the kingdom Yahweh Shai gonna visit.
Yeah. Good.
And break them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together.
Yeah, all the heathens, okay,
Woo.
are going to be defeated at the coming of Yahushua. That's why it's on the head with what? Many crowns. Because he's going to smite all these empires, man. Because those Iran, them the ancient Persians, man. Okay? Them Assyrians still over there, man. All right?
These same ancient nations still walking the earth.
Iraq, the ancient, Babylonian, you see?
Yep.
Yeah,
Everybody's still here.
Yeah, Yahushua coming to get all that, man. Okay, and establish the renaissance, the eternal renaissance of Israel, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's never gonna get old.
Yep.
The ingenuity, the creativity,
Oh, man, the influence.
the influence, the eternal building.
Yep.
Sheesh, man. All right. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together
Mm-hmm.
and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors. Yeah, it's not.
I ain't never seen you do that before.
Yeah, that's some new shit. Demon had to hop in there like, man, what?
True.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them.
And we ain't gonna be the nukes. Go ahead.
Woo. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain.
Wait a minute. That stone that smote the image is gonna become a great mountain, which is a great government, in which that great matter of fact, finish it off.
And filled the whole earth.
And filled the whole earth. Matter of fact, since you said that, real quick, I gotta get that in Sirach.
And this is heavy too, because this is the fulfillment of that blessing that Yaakov received. Our forefather Jacob. This is gonna be the fulfillment of that. Like you said,
Yep.
we're gonna have the fatness of the earth too. So that's it right there.
Yep.
And like you said, getting Eve by the feet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you go into all right, this is because what is this going to be the rebirth of? The era of King David and King Solomon, right? And it said that mountain is going to fill the whole earth, right? So let's get we'll get Sirach 47:13. It says Solomon reigned in a peaceable time and was honored, for the Most High made all quiet round about him, that he might build an house in his name and prepare a sanctuary forever. How wise wast thou in thy youth, and as a flood filled with understanding. Thy soul covered the whole earth.
Golly. Wow.
You see? Thy soul covered the whole earth. King Solomon influence covered the whole earth. That's what's going to be rebirthed back in the world, man. When Yahushua come, his influence is going to cover the whole earth, and we're going to be joint heirs with that influence. That's going to be our duty in the earth as joint heirs to forward. Because you go to Alexander Generals, when he died, what did they do? They continued the Hellenization of the world. Even though Alexander was gone, what did those 4 generals do within their regions of that empire, man? They forwarded Hellenization. That's how we became Hellenized, man.
Yep.
Okay? So in the kingdom, all right, everyone is going to be what? Influenced by the righteousness of Israel, man.
And it's something too, because we be saying how the spirit is like the wind. It basically goes to influence.
Yeah.
And the wind goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So, you can't escape the influence that the Heavenly Father is going to put in the earth through his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai, through Malak Dawadah, King David, and through his men.
Yep.
Because this is going to be the new kingdom to come, man. The government, he's setting up the house of David. I got something too.
Kind of finish real quick. And it says, Thy soul, back in Sirach 47:15, thy soul covered the whole earth, and thou fillest it with dark parables, where you get Proverbs, Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiastes. And it says, thy name, or what was it, Song of Solomon? Yep. It says, thy name went far unto the islands, and for thy peace was thou beloved. It said far to the islands. Because even today, that's why you have what that Dominican Republic, okay? Then you got Haiti. There was in Haiti, the Levites, they influenced by who? The French. Dominican was influenced by who? The Spanish. So Esau's influence went to the Isles. Our influence is going to go everywhere. There's not going to be a civil, there's not going to be nowhere on the earth where it's not under the influence or the hegemony of Israel, man.
Yeah, because when you deal with that time that you're reading about, the time of King Solomon, when you look at a lot of these different Oriental proverbs, you know, you look at Ammon, you know, a lot of them different
cooking, you know,
them wise sayings, they got that from King Solomon, man. You know, because that's them on them islands, but you know, y'all ain't that damn smart. You know, you got that from our forefathers. King Solomon, you got it.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, Con, this is gonna be it, brother. You got something else.
Oh, they you know,
all right, this is the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 6. For unto us a son is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
And that's Yahweh Shai, all right? Which means he's going to bear the government, which means he's going to have the biggest responsibility of this, of Zion, okay?
The father's business.
It's the father's business, man. You know, go ahead.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government.
Wait a minute, the increase of his government, and this is another cut to Nate. You go ahead.
And peace there shall be no end.
Wait a minute, and of peace there shall be no end.
Woo!
Wait a minute.
Wow.
So if we're in our peace, but then we got to gather up to go to war with Esau again out of 1,000 years, that's the end of the peace. Even if it's just even if it's a 2-day war where we got to wipe these devils out, and you know, there's still the interruption in peace. Okay? Go ahead.
Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David. Woo! Because who's on the throne of David? King Solomon.
This the rebirth, the Renaissance. Okay, go ahead.
Which is why our Lord's disciples, they was questioning in Acts. You read Acts, without this time, restore again the kingdom to Israel. So we in a time, it's going to happen in our lifetime. Because it didn't happen in that first ancient pagan Roman Empire. It's happening in the rebirth of Rome. You know, after this man fully declines, we going to be rebirthed in the earth.
Why he told Peter to put the sword up.
It wasn't time
at that time. Because Esau had to be, he had to be born into his blessing first. During the Renaissance. Because he hadn't fully come into his blessing under the Romans. Okay?
So now he got the fatness of the earth.
Now he got the fatness of the earth. He got the people. Okay? He got everything. Okay?
This man can influence everybody at one time by way of this media, man.
Yep. Go ahead.
Right? But sticking to the point, all right, dealing with the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, which is the kingdom of Solomon coming back. Isaiah 9 and 7. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. The zeal of Yahweh of hosts will perform this.
So the zeal, the Lord is very adamant about causing this to happen, man. And this is why we see things being sped up, man. So us waking up to who we are, that was the beginning of the Renaissance of Israel, the rebirth, man. Okay, because you go into how the Renaissance, you know, it was pretty much the rebirth of different culture and art. Well, guess what? Our culture is being rebirthed in the earth, man.
And nobody knows culture and art like Jake, man.
Yep. So even like how we greet each other, that's how we used to greet each other. You know, when you give a salute, okay?
Yeah, they even showed like a portion of that, and it was Conan the Barbarian, or it was some type of ancient style type movie. You know, which some of those movies be myths, but the way they showed men greet each other, they would greet each other like we do.
Yeah,
The way they do with the forearm.
Yep.
Which is why in the ancient world, when you used to wash your hands, you used to wash like your arms too, like that part, because that's what we used to greet each other at. You know, but yeah, like brother said, all that's coming back, man. You know, the ingenuity, creativity. Now when the Lord comes back and actually puts us in power, you're gonna really see everything come to life. You're gonna see the spirit of Israel in the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the infrastructure. You ain't gonna see this Greco-Roman infrastructure everywhere.
Nah.
You know?
But yeah, like it's a lot more we can get into.
Yeah.
We'll probably just pick it back up on the block, man.
Yeah,
and Lord will, how the spirit play out, But this is what we're seeing happening in the earth is the rebirth of Israel. All right before our eyes, man. It's a beautiful time to be alive as an Israelite, man. Especially, of the hopeful elect,
That's it.
That's what you got, bro.
Yeah, with that, man, Lord willing, y'all were edified. We want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakudash. Double honor to all the apostles and all the bishops, great millstone. We still well. Peace, blessing, elect in the house of David. Shalom.